So, I'm about to buy a car. Okay, how did we get here? Today is Monday, January 27th, and 3 days ago, on February the 24th, I was given an estimate on how much it would cost to repair Faith. Price estimates that I got for various fixes total up to $6,000. I think it's time to say goodbye to Faith. I looked at a car on Saturday. I had actually started to put together some research ahead of time, just in case. And sure enough, it's kind of what was needed. And I looked at a specific model of a car, and a specific color, because let's narrow it down. And I made a graph, because I am a good little nerd, of mileage of the car versus the cost of the car. And there was a really good deal that was at CarMax, one of the lowest mileage ones that we saw. Most of these prices are $17,000 to $18,000 for a used car. And again, I'll say the model of the car in a bit, although it was probably in the thumbnail. So this was on the upper bound of that, but nice, relatively low mileage, about 24,000. So it was at CarMax in Albany. So Saturday, I went and I test drove that, and I've already test driven one of these cars before, just because I was really curious and thinking about it a few years ago. But I liked the test drive, and sat down and started to get things that were needed for that. And on the day of, we were going to co-sign the loan together, and Steph's credit was locked down still from the Equifax breach. She put freezes on her credit reports, and we'd forgotten, so we needed to undo that, and we got back home, took care of that, and called back CarMax, and I was on the phone for like half an hour with their person, and it was a tough phone call to do, and it was hard to understand. And when they finally got back, they said, it'd be like a 14.99% APR, which is insulting for any level of credit, let alone ours, which is very good. Not necessarily excellent, but very good. And I got some bad vibes off the car, got some bad vibes off the person I was working with, and then just that was the last bit that said, we're done, we're not going to use CarMax. So I went back to my chart, and there was one that was like too good to be true, nearly the cheapest, and lowest mileage, and didn't quite look right. But I went with another one from that site. So I was looking at Carvana. You might know of Carvana from the vending machine gimmick that they have. You go to one of their half a dozen locations, and you do all the financing, everything like that. They give you a great big coin that you drop into their vending machine outside the building, and over the course of about 10 minutes, it slowly and ceremoniously gets the car out, and you can drive off with it. There's none of those near here, but they do a lot of online ordering as well. And I looked at ones with different features, different amounts of mileage, and I saw one that just felt right. It was the cheapest of the ones that I put in my graph, with the exception of one that was $100 cheaper with 23,000 more miles on it. So, wasn't going to do that. And the past 2 days have been like, all right, cool, we'll get the 5.4 or something APR if we go through Carvana. And we decided, let's check with our credit union that we have our mortgage through. And sorry, I should really put a boring financial disclaimer on this. Long story short, over the course of the next couple days, and setting up the order, and then oh God, how do we do this with a third-party financer? I need this other thing. I just need all these pieces to fit together. I need this car not to be bought out from under me. Got to hold on it, find out what I need, doing things. Our credit union will finance us at like 2.69% APR. That much better? Yes. I will jump through a few hoops. All the pieces are kind of in place. The next thing I got to do is come over here to review order and buy it. I am going to be buying a 2017 Chevy Volt. I was really intrigued by the car when it came out. It has 50 odd miles of electric only range, and wouldn't you know it, my commute is 22 or 23 miles, so that's totally covered there. And then when I go to visit family that's a little further afield, it's got a gas range extender, plug-in hybrid. I like the styling. It looks gorgeous in blue. The one that I have right here in my cart on a website, just in my cart, is, I think it's the one. So I'm about to hit a button. I'm putting things off. I'm gonna hit this button now. Okay, there's I have more things that I need to do. I need to get my insurance in order for the new car, and I need to send a couple of things over to the credit union, and then they need to send things back, and delivery will be in 5 to 15 days. In about 2 weeks, I'm going to have a new car. Do we smash cut to 2 weeks from now? The automotive buying industry is not ready for online retailing. So, okay, that's a bit of a misnomer, but I clicked the purchase car thing, but then everything else needed to happen. My credit union has been great, asterisk, in that they are totally fine with financing for the vehicle through Carvana. They're just used to, like, oh yes, you give your down payment check to the dealer, and then they'll finance the rest. And it was like, okay, so how exactly do we do this here? And the answer is I go to my bank and I get a check, and then I go to the credit union and get a check, and I just give 2 checks to the delivery person when the car comes. Okay, fine. Well, before they'll do that, they need proof of insurance, effective when they issued the check. So I can't go to the insurance and say, oh, just switch it over when I get the car, because they need it to be available then. So I'm going to have 2 cars registered and insured until I get the other car delivered, and then at which point I then go into the DMV and say, hello, yes, I would like to deregister this car, but can we please move the vanity plates over, and then I can cancel the insurance on the old car? I was stressing myself sick yesterday trying to wrap my head around getting all the pieces in place. Now, representatives from all of the interested parties have been great. It's just been a lot. Again, because numbers, it's much better for us to go through the credit union to finance rather than to just go through Carvana. But if you're looking at getting a car on Carvana and their quoted APR to you is maybe just a little bit higher than what you can get elsewhere, just go with them. They're ready for it. They know they can do exactly the thing and make it as painless as possible. The third-party financing is making this take longer. So today is the first day of my vacation. Yesterday I got a call at work and had to take that a little bit and then call back on my break. But today's the first day of my vacation, which means I'm going to the bank and I'm going to the credit union. And hopefully at the end of today, I will have everything I need to send to Carvana to say, Everything's lined up for the car. Can I please get a delivery date? And I'm enjoying Faith while I still have her. I think acceleration on the two cars is going to be similar, like 0 to 60 times are similar, maybe even a little better on the Volt. When I test drove it, it was just really weird because it wasn't noisy. Like there wasn't engine noise. And again, Faith right now has a lot of engine noise. So, yeah, I'm off to do more adulty, banky stuff. And Katusha over here wants pets, so I'm going to turn the camera back off. Who knows what the next update will be? I don't know. I don't know what my plan is for this video. Like, I did a video with the end of Faith, and I'm doing a video for the beginning of the next car. I don't know that it's going to be a good video to watch, but YouTuber's got a YouTube. It's the story of my life. Okay, let me start off with, I know it's kind of tasteless to be doing a video about the new car while I'm sitting in the old car, but sorry, Faith. Went to my bank. It has been so long since I have stopped into the physical location of my bank, the closest, most convenient one, that I go in there. They like moved where the door is. They completely changed around the lobby, you know, into like what things look like now as opposed to what banks looked like when I was growing up, where they have like the desk here and then the, you know, the main desk and the roped off line, whatever. It's just like different. And I was like, God, when was the last time I stopped into a bank? Thank God for mobile deposits. Anyway, got myself the cashier's check for the down payment, and now I'm off to the credit union to be like, here's this amount. Now I need you guys to pony up a check for your amount, and then I can get a delivery date. February 8th. The delivery is set for February 8th. Now, originally it was cheaper to deliver the car here to my house rather than to a local delivery area, which Albany counts as. But I was talking with them on the phone, and they were like, no, you know what? Let's match that cost to get it delivered to your house because it's just a lot better to do it with a Carvana employee. So the morning of February 8th, I will be picking up the new car. Everything is set. The credit union is set. The insurance is set. The DMV will be set. Then I'll get the new car, and I'll get the plates transferred, and maybe new plates because those ones are peeling. We'll see. Anyway. Today is Wednesday, February 5th. I have decided that this video is not going to be part of the video of actually getting the car. Because the plan was that I would mention a few of the hurdles and kind of document it, and then I'd get the car and it'd be great. But there have just been so many frustrations along the way. Car scheduled for delivery this Saturday, just a few days from now. And yesterday morning, Faith's battery died. The battery's less than a year old, so it's under warranty. But bad cell in the battery. Had to get AAA in here to jump it. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. I bring it into the Chevy dealer I normally get work done at. Like, fine, I'll get a loaner for the next few days. From a Saturn Ion, I'll be getting a Chevy Volt, couple of small cars. What do I have for a loaner? Honk. So, fine. I'll have this loaner for a few days. And then on Saturday, I'll pick up the car, right? No. Not right. Because yesterday evening, I got the notification that the delivery's delayed. Not until Tuesday evening now. I skipped over it before, but the credit union needed proof that the car is insured as of the date that the credit union cut their check for the loan. Now, they could maybe cut the check a day before delivery or something, but Carvana needed loan verification, which was a picture of the check before they would set up a delivery date. And so because they needed the loan verification, I needed the check earlier, which means I needed insurance earlier. I've been paying insurance on two cars that I can't even fucking drive right now. I don't like to swear in this kind of thing. Like, my channel's fine with it. It's an adult channel. We're all adults here. We can handle it. But just, I'm so upset and frustrated at everything with this. I do not recommend this process. If you're financing through Carvana, then maybe, and you can go to your insurance and say, yes, here's the delivery date, it'll switch over because Carvana's financing knows how things work. But you're going through third party, it's just been so frustrating. And I mean, like, in the end, it's going to be worth it to save a lot of money on the financing. But I wish that I'd just gone to a dealer that was like 3 hours away that had the car test driven and say, yes, this is the one. Drive home and get financing, drive back and pick up the car. I want to be able to recommend something that I use, and that's, in this case, Carvana, but it is just so hard to do so right now because everything keeps going wrong and taking forever and needing to coordinate everything and the delay. And like, I understand, yes, it's weather delay in like Texas and Oklahoma from a winter storm out there, and I guess that's where the car was, and I need to get out. Fine. Just I'm gonna drive this big ass truck to work now. It is Wednesday, February 12th, and I'm running late. Yesterday, picked up the car. There were delays and everything like that. It took quite some time, but yes, last night I got the car. And of course, it was a process because everything in this has been. Okay, first, let me not like bury the lead here. Car! Hooray! Supposed to pick it up at 6:30. About 6:25, the guy calls and is at the wrong spot because, jeez. We were given an address in Albany. He went to the same address the next town over. Fortunately, it was 10 minutes out, so it's fine. Let's see. Then we thought that, well, we were told originally when we made the thing that it was a post office. Charge. It was actually the postal depot, so private property, so we had to move midway through. And there was an error on his end. But at the end of the day, I got the car. And I parked it inside because a couple days ago I moved the set all the way forward. I didn't have to demo it after all. Faith had one night in here and is now outside. Poor girl. Kind of gives me a sad. Yes, so I am now off to the Chevy dealer I normally go to have them just go over it. Like, I see the inspection service thing in there from the seller, that they brought it to a Chevy dealer to do a multi-point. I just want to have my dealer do a multi-point and then more paperwork from there. Schedule the state inspection and get this thing registered, which they should be doing for me. It's just need to do other things. Anyway, I'm late for that appointment, so I am going to go and drive the new car, which I will not name publicly, aside from on a little bit of social media at this point, until it passes that inspection, and I'm 100% saying this is my car. Anyway, off I go. Well, we have a clean bill of health from my preferred Chevy dealer. A whole lot of green check marks. The only yellow ones are a couple of air filters that maybe need replacing soon, but that's it. Also a red one for OnStar not active, which totally, I knew that. So, hooray! I gotta get to work now, but I was expecting that this would take longer. Normally things here is like, oh yeah, you know, just drop me off back at home. I'll take Faith to work. Nope, they were done by 9, although it's 9:01 now. And it is time for me to drive to work, my first commute with Archangel, which I am now happy to say on video, because with that clean bill of health, I am keeping this car.
I'm trying to track down Archangel. You and half of Omega. He thinks he's fighting on the side of good. There is no good side to Omega.
Everything he does pisses someone off.
Just the kind of guy I'm looking for.
You're gonna make some enemies teaming up with Archangel. That's assuming you can get to him.
Archangel?
Shepard. I thought you were dead.
Garrus! What are you doing here?
Just keeping my skills sharp. A little target practice.
You okay?
Been better, but it sure is good to see a friendly face. Killing mercs is hard work, especially on my own.
Since when did you start calling yourself Archangel?
It's just a name the locals gave me for all my good deeds. I don't mind it, but please, it's just Garrus to you.
Well, we got here, but I don't think getting out will be as easy.
No, it won't. That bridge has saved my life, funneling all those witless idiots into scope. But it works both ways. They'll slaughter us if we try to get out that way.
We made it. We bought a car online, and we wrangled all the things that were needed for it. Everything's done. Archangel is ready to go. And I am so happy. All of it is worth it now that I have the car in my hands. Sort of in my hands. The steering wheel's in my hands. Thank you for watching. This Friday I am off, and I will be making the video that came out alongside this one. The one that is like actual official, hey guys, I got a new car, and beauty shots, and maybe just really quick summary of this video right here. But if you decide to come and watch this full process video, buying a car online is almost there. Almost. You can do it. It just requires you to put a lot more effort in, jump through a lot more hoops than just schlepping on down to the dealer and getting it. Ah, the dealer thing right there. Oh, that's good framing, boater. But in the end, I have a car, got it at a good price, it's in good shape, and it's going to last me for quite a while. So in the end, I recommend it. Just know that you're going to be doing a lot there. I turned the car on and the engine was on just to get the battery up to heat, and now the engine's done and I got 26 miles of EV range. Time for me to use that to get to work. Bye everybody, and thank you for watching. Subscribe right here for more videos. Follow me at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.com/boaterbug. If you enjoyed this or any other videos that you see, you can support me at Patreon and Ko-Fi.com/boaterbug. You can watch live at Twitch.tv/boaterbug on the occasions that I actually stream on there. Which isn't often recently, but you know, it's there. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Have a good one, and I will see you next time.
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations.